A very warm welcome to you wherever you are watching from around the world to the biggest event on the world badminton calendar. It is the World Tour Finals for 2025 and it's happening right here in gorgeous Hangzhou in China. Top 8 best pairs and players in men's and women's singles and doubles and mixed doubles all in action this week at the Hangzhou Olympic Sports Center. And it is day 2 of the competition, and this is the schedule for the week in the group stage, which is days 1 to 3, 2 sessions, then the semi-finals on Saturday and the finals on Sunday at 2 p.m. These are the timings for those group stage sessions, one at 9:30 in the morning local time, and the second one, which is this one, 5 p.m. local time. And this is what it's all about, the HSBC BWF World Tour Finals Trophy, today brought up by LOC representative Miss Chen Zhu. That trophy has been on show at all World Tour events, but this week it's up for grabs. Now looking at the order of play for Court 2, Day 2, Session 2, important day for all of these pairs and players as it really will decide the groups and how they evolve. Kicking off with the men's singles, Kunlavut Vitidsarn, the #1 seed and former world champion, up against Christo Popov, who had a fantastic win yesterday. This is top of the group fight for Group A, both of them with 1 win each. Then we move on to the mixed doubles. Dechapon and Supusara, pair of the year, #1 seeds, also up against Tom Gekel and Delphine Delroux from France. Now, both of these pairs had 1 loss on the first day, so it's a must-win scenario for them. Men's doubles will follow that. Man Wei Chong and Ti Kai-Wun, #4 seeds, up against Chu Xiangqia and Wang Qilin from Chinese Taipei. Another must-win situation for both pairs, as both notched up 1 loss on day 1. Mixed doubles will follow that. Zhang Zhenbang and Wei Yazin, #4 seeds, against the Japanese pair of Midorikawa and Saito. This is also a fight for the top spot in Group A. And then we'll close out our coverage on Court 2 with the men's doubles. Rankireddy and Shetty, #3 seeds here, up against Alfian and Fikri. Rankireddy and Shetty with 1 win, Alfian and Fikri with 1 loss. So it is definitely a big match for the Indonesians. And this is the standings right now in Group A for the men's singles. And as you can see, Vitidsarn and Popov, both with the wins, which means Anders Andersen and Jonathan Christie have a lot to do today and tomorrow if they want to make it through to Saturday. Oh, fantastic atmosphere here at the Hangzhou Olympic Sports Center. And a spectacular light show about to start.
Let's welcome the players.
1号场地女子单打
Court 1, women's singles.
来自泰国的殷达农
Ratchanok Intanon from Thailand.
对阵来自中国的王芷怡
versus Wang Zhiyi from China.
So court one players already out. Wang Zhiyi taking on Ratchanok Intanon, as I could see in the tunnel. Kunlavut Vitidsarn and Christo Popov making their way out. That is our first match. Vitidsarn versus Popov. It's a Group A fight. Top spot in the
2
group.
号场地男子单打，
Court 2, men's singles.
来自泰国的昆拉武特
Kunlavut Vitidsarn from Thailand.
Well, the three-time former world junior champion, and of course, former world champion as well. Nicknamed the three-game god because of his style and the fact that he usually wins in 3 games. At this point, it is my great honor to welcome to the commentary box Bobby Griffin, who was with me yesterday. Bobby, great matches today.
From France.
Yeah, we've got a terrific lineup this evening session, especially on court 2. I'm really looking forward to it. No less this opening match as well, because 2 men on terrific form, and that word form is everything.
Yeah.
In terms of the World Tour finals, you need great form throughout the year to get here to qualify. You need to be in form to do well this week.
Top form, yeah.
You know, slightly different because you need to be able to peak this week, and we've already seen a few surprising results in the tournament throughout yesterday and this morning's play. We said Christo Popov has a chance in this group, a big chance, given that whilst his opponents all look very strong, his record against them recently has been terrific, and what a performance yesterday against Anders Antonsen. I really hope that knee, his left knee, is okay, because that was a bit of a scare right at the end of that match.
Yeah, he took a bit of a stretch. That was at match point, wasn't it?
He had,
yes, it was
7 match points and let Antonsen back in. But Vitidsarn coming through so strongly against Christie, who'd won 3 of his last 5 tournaments, was quite a big shot.
So that is the head-to-head right now, 3-all. Last time they met at the French Open. Su Xiaofeng, the umpire with the coin toss.
This side? Yes, sir.
Now this match is actually a repeat of a very important match that happened 6 years ago, the 2019 World Junior Finals.
I was there. That was I was calling that one. Terrific.
Well, I'm guessing 6 years form has changed for both these players, right? But of course,
we can ignore it, to be honest.
Yeah.
If I'm honest, we can ignore the meetings prior to this year, whilst Vitidsarn has been quality for a couple of years now. Popov is only just at this level now in 25, really.
Well, the 24-year-old Kunlavut Vitidsarn, the first Thai men's singles player to make world champion, he came out, I think it was last week, and said that things have changed for him. And he's, how do I say it? He's adapting his style and his play and his training to all of the opportunities he has now. That was his first tournament result. Jonathan Christie, as you said, comprehensive, 21-10, 21-14 in 45 minutes. But because he is now, as I said, the most successful men's singles player in Thailand, he has a lot more kind of events to do, and he's trying to kind of do them as much as possible. So it's really about resetting his schedule so that he can still keep up to that form. Christo Popov, of course, I actually met him in the lift just now when we were leaving the hotel, looking very, very up for this match. And as you said, it's all about that knee, really. The 23-year-old from Bulgaria. He's with his brother Toma in the lift. Currently ranked 8. Oh, highest ranking, of course, 7. But with both of these players on 1 win each, it's all about who's going to be taking top spot. That was that marathon match that Bobby and I got to watch yesterday. 78 minutes against Anders Antonsen, and he played some sensational badminton in that. Well, on court 1 right now, Wang Zhiyi against Ratchanok Intanon. And that's not just about another Thai player. Of course, Ratchanok now is the 3rd spot in that group because Pornpui Chochuang sadly had to retire from the tournament this morning with a swollen left calf. confirmation of Su Xiaofeng in the umpire's chair. Joined by Xu Zhuyun in the service judge seat. All officials in place, players warmed up. We are ready to get underway.
Ladies and gentlemen, on my right, Christo Popov, France. On my left, Kunlavut Vitidsarn, Thailand. Christo Popov to serve, level, play.
So Popov gets us underway.
It's a very measured start to the game.
Yeah.
From both of these players. Shot from Christo with the backhand over the top.
Christo stretching it now.
Style is one of the key features of this match. Vitidsarn has struggled more recently against Popov. Their last meeting at the French Open, where Popov made the final, was the semi-final meeting between these two. Straight games win for Popov, which was brilliant. Previous two to that were retirements in both of them, actually, for Vitidsarn. So it is a 3-0 lead for Popov. But one of the reasons why Vitidsarn struggles a little bit against Popov is Popov is quite clever with his gameplay in the same way as the likes of Watanabe and Narioka. These are players that Vitidsarn doesn't really like playing against.
Is it the speed of play, the pace of the play, or the accuracy, or the?
It's accuracy for sure. It's the Popov's bright enough to know what's going to have an impact against certain players.
Oh, beautiful shot from Popov.
That was fantastic. If you hit hard at Vitidsarn, you're in trouble, essentially. Especially around the mid-court and those heavy attacks from the back that kind of come into the body slightly.
Right.
The sort of, not when you've got loads of time and you're behind it, but when you're sort of jumping out to hit smashes, or if you get drawn into a driving game in the mid-court, that's what Vitidsarn loves. He is the best counter-attacker, in my opinion, in men's singles. So hit it hard anywhere near him, and he'll punish you for it.
Yeah.
If you can play a tight net, if you can lift it high over into the back line, and make him run, you've got a good chance. And Popov can adapt his game well to impose that on a match.
Well, first string is gone for Popov. I'd change the racket. And we are locked at 2-2 after a very lively start to his first match for session 2 on day 2. Changing the angle.
And the pace. I think that's a brilliant shot.
Yeah.
Service over. 3-2.
Probably caught a piece of the line here.
Yeah, and inside of it as well.
Vitidsarn's too clever to waste a challenge this early in the match.
Well left.
4-2.
So first lead for Popov, properly 2 points.
I think that's one of the reasons as well why Vitidsarn got off to such a good start yesterday. Christie's fantastic in the midcourt. And of course, he's the eldest of the players in the group. He would have been spending so many years getting good success from the way he attacks. And there's a big tendency to smash and follow it in with a sort of heavy mid-court, a drive, for example. And that's where Vitidsarn then counters so well. So he got the better of Christie comfortably in that manner.
Yeah. Christo trying to lunge forward. Slightly mistimed that. Well, he's nailing these cross courts at the moment.
Getting success from both rear corners as well. This is good for Popov.
Yep, left and right switching. And marshalling the back line pretty well.
6-4.
Great leave. A little shake of the head from Vitidsarn.
Yeah, Popov is looking like he can see the details. I mean, he's really aware of the way he's pushing forward and the situations he's putting Kunlavut into.
Good play.
Wow, that's fantastic. Yeah. Kunlavut just pressurizing that left side. At the stretch there. What a rally. What a first game.
Brilliant rally.
That's unbelievable.
That shot is a prime example. Not that Christo did anything wrong, but against many players, you'd certainly be in the rally with this final shot from Popov here. Where are we? It's coming up. He hits hard down the line. Vitidsarn anticipates well and punishes you if you add too much pace. So you've got to be careful there. You've got to get the pace just right if you want to hold the attack, or be prepared to go over the top and work hard.
Well, on the 12th point, we have the longest rally of the match. By far the best rally of the match so far. 44 shots, every single one of them. Wonderful to see.
Thank you.
5-7.
Good net.
No, that was a little bit rushed by Kunlavut.
8-5.
Two players with impressive defense as well. That's the other thing we haven't mentioned, is how much of an all-round game. We were talking about it yesterday, weren't we? An all-round game that you need these days.
Yeah, that's what you need in the modern game, I guess you could say. And Christo Popov certainly had to utilize that defensive side against Antonsen yesterday, and he did that.
Challenge here.
Christo Popov challenges
First challenge of the day. Had a little look over to his coach, his dad. Oh, wow.
Correction in.
On fire.
9-5.
And fully deserving of this 4-point lead as we approach the first mid-game interval.
Thank you.
Good start for Christo.
Play.
Nice shot. Really clever. Little double action. Just a bit of deception.
5.
With that shot over the top. Forces that error.
So 10-5.
Excellent.
Smack down well. Yeah.
11-5.
So 11-5 at the break. And Popov looking in good form.
Yeah, it's a dream start for Christo Popov. Hasn't really put a foot wrong yet.
เขาก็มาให้เราดีมาถึงตัวเราแต่เราไม่เข้าหาลูกตัดจังหวะเล่นไม่ยอมเคลื่อนที่ก็แล้วว่าลูกมันมายาวๆแล้วเขายอมเคลื่อนที่ยาวๆแล้วเขาบีบตอนเวลาเราลูกมาหาเราไม่บีบเขาเราไม่บีบบ้างเราตีตำแหน่งเดิมตำแหน่งที่เราซีนตำแหน่งเนี่ยมันไม่ทำ
Count to 20 seconds.
ที่แบบที่ว่าเราแบบรีแลกซ์
Coaches, chairs.
I think you're right, by the way, about Kunlavut Vitidsarn's
11-5.
sort of not work-life
Play.
balance, but it's all work really that I'm looking at.
Yeah.
But off the court work, if you like, all of the commercialism
Well,
and
that's it.
endorsements
Yeah,
and
that's
stuff that
exact-
he's
that's
involved with. You follow him on social media, for example, and you're inundated. He's so busy, isn't he, with so many brands and things. I was just thinking, how on earth has he got time for
It was
for all of that?
exactly that. That was the commercials that he's filming was the exact point that he brought up. He said that the
Oh, really?
the process you need to do that is cutting into his training time as of now, so he has to rebalance everything.
Okay. Well, at least he's aware of that and doing something about it.
But also he sees the effect of all of this, and he loves the fact that he's from the same badminton club that Ratchanok came from as well. But he loves the fact that more people in Thailand are now playing badminton because of him and taking up the game as well.
And the rewards, of course, that comes with all of that stuff.
Sure. Oh, that's a beautiful little tumble off the net.
7.
Little apology from Vitidsarn with that lucky shot. He stayed on the net for ages.
Yeah, look at that. Christo was poised and ready. Good footwork from Christo.
Yeah, his footwork timing's lovely. The only thing I'd say about Popov, good shot. Nice, going down the middle. Broken the string, though.
Service over.
The only thing I'd say, if I was to be
12,
particularly picky about his technique, he spends too much time in the air. No, I don't mean when he jumps up to hit shots. I mean his the split step. So every time your opponent hits, it's like they hit and you split, and it's not exactly instantaneous, but it's like a bang bang.
Right.
You know, it's a hit split.
Yeah.
That's the timing of it. As he's waiting for that split, in an ideal world, I mean, you spread your legs slightly, you get a wide base, and your feet positioning
12-7.
isn't always square. It's sort of at an angle to make you faster in certain corners. If you watch Christo's feet, as he's splitting, he sort of takes an elevated jump.
Right, okay.
It could just be a simple drop down into the split without going up first, because when you go up, you're wasting time and wasting energy.
Yeah.
7.
It's more forceful body movement.
Yeah, there we go. He's got a sort of exaggerated. Plenty of people do it. Don't get me wrong. I'm talking percentages. It'll add a little percentage to the economy rate, if you like. It'll save some energy, and I believe it'll make him faster if he just drops wide rather than going up, then dropping wide.
Well, right now he's playing the corners again very well. Oh, great pickup from Christo.
Ooh, Christo Popov just looking a little bit sort of slow and stiff as he recovered.
Well, I'm still thinking about that knee, I said, which we saw yesterday. You know, it looked horrific. It took him about a minute or so to walk it off.
Yeah, it's like a hyperextension, wasn't it? He sort of, it almost looked like it wanted to bend the wrong way as he when he slipped on that mat.
And I'm guessing if you have an injury like that, or even a knock like that, you might not feel it for the immediate. And he didn't, of course. He went on to win that match. But
well, it took a few minutes, didn't he? And
I was expecting that night, yesterday, very much like what happened to Pornpui, Chochawang, in fact, that it may have swollen up. And of course now he's in a huge match again. But moving very fluidly. And 14-7 up. Oh, went for the delicate touch.
7.
Wonderful. Shaping to drive the shuttle. Vitidsarn has to sit back in defence.
Yeah, in fact, on that replay, you saw his body shape as he flew into the screen. Just touches the shuttle. 8-15.
Oh, good net.
Vitidsarn.
Oh, what a pickup. That was on the floor.
Oh, these rallies are getting
Service over.
really quite impactful now. Vitidsarn trying to push forward.
Brilliant defensive work in that rally from Popov.
And Vitidsarn was, as you can see, right mid-court, just below the tee. That was where he was holding fort.
Another string, I think.
Yeah, that's, I think, 2 for Popov and 1 for Vitidsarn now. Great defense. Third shot got him, but the first 2 were fantastically sent back.
Yeah, the initial lift. Look where Vitidsarn left the floor. He was inside that doubles line, which meant the length wasn't good enough from Popov. But you've got to keep your wits about you because, like you just said, Popov's defense initially was great. So Vitidsarn was fully focused there. He'll be delighted with this. He's playing exactly the right game.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Team Popov with the right strategy.
Service over. 17-9.
Oh, it's on the line.
He's been so accurate.
Kunlavut challenges score in.
Vitidsarn does use one of his challenges.
The other thing as well, of course, these two have played a lot lately. We had a 4-tournament trip commentating over Europe in October, just October, 2 months ago. And the first of those was the... it's gone wide.
Yeah.
Great challenge. I thought that was in. The first of those was the Arctic Open, where these two met in the first round. They've met twice since then as well.
Wow.
So whilst there were retirements in there, they've actually spent over 120 minutes on court in the last 2 months together before this match started. So we're at...
And that's a good platform to figure out strategies. And
yes, both players ought to be really well prepped for this match because they've played a lot recently.
The speed and accuracy of Popov at the moment is really outstanding. Oh, great pickup again.
It's gone wide.
It's gone wide.
It's really difficult to refuse the temptation sometimes. Popov really had Vitidsarn in his pocket there. He was moving all around the court. Vitidsarn was late. But one shot in the mid-court when Popov went a bit too firm, hit the shuttle a bit too hard, as I keep saying, put Vitidsarn straight back in the rally, because that's what he wants.
Yeah, yeah.
And then Vitidsarn missed, but he had Popov where he wanted him right at that final moment.
18-10, the business end of game one. Christo Popov has got to keep calm, composed. He already took out world number 2 yesterday. Now he's facing the world number 3, which, by the way, is a testament to exactly how tough the World Tour Finals is. What a group.
Lovely. That, for example, is what I'm talking about for Popov. He could have drove that shuttle. He could have hit that really firmly to win it. Vitidsarn wants people to do that so he can counter-attack. Popov, slight deception, went soft. Brilliant.
Found that space at the front, yeah.
Yeah, tactically, Popov is treating this one perfectly. Credit to him.
And it's reflected on the scoreline. 10 game points. That's in.
Service over. 11-20.
That one is out, and Christo Popov has had the best of starts. 21-11 in the first.
Just a splendid performance so far from Popov. He's obviously playing very well to have that score, but the way in which he's winning these points against Vitidsarn is so smart. He's coming so well prepared for this match. Really impressed.
คือเขาแจกจ่อแล้วไปแล้วดึงสองวิวคือง้างก่อนแล้วค่อยเบามันเลยให้เขาไม่กลัวแต่ถ้าเขาจ่อก่อนเหมือนแรกอันดับแรกคือวางที่จะวางถ้าเขามาไม่มาค่อยไปไม่ใช่ว่าคิดจะดึงคิดจะแจกหลังก่อนว่าเขาไม่เข้าแล้วเราวางหน้าอันนี้สลับกันไม่กลัวเพราะเขาคุม4มุมหลังถูกป่ะเพราะเราต้องทำให้ไงให้เขาดึงมาข้างหน้าได้แล้วก็ไปหลังไปแต่ของวิวคือจะรอไปหลังแล้วค่อยวาง อันนี้ออกไหมต้องสลับการวิธีการเล่นเหมือนเราจะบีบหน้าเราจะวางหน้าเยอะถ้าเขามาไม่มาเราก็วาง
tu će 3 seta ti bolje nego ovako pustiti, tu će 3 seta početi, točka po točki, tako lako.
So a very focused Christo Popov steps back on court for game 2.
20 seconds.
Change of ends. So Kunlavut on the slightly better end. He's going to have to make that end work for him.
Level. Play.
And the 3-game god, as he's known, is now going to need 3 games. Look at the line that Popov is playing. That was in front of the tee. I think you pointed out yesterday, Bobby, that he's got all that doubles experience as well. So he's not afraid to get up to the net.
Yeah, he does. I think this is the one man in the world, however, that perhaps that temptation to hit hard from the mid-court is not the right strategy, though. So he's got to be careful when to use that. Good shot. See, turning that into space. I like it.
And he's certainly making Kunlavut work for it. And also keeping him back near the baseline. Wonderful defense again from Popov.
It's a good rally. Turn the... Oh! They turn each other's attack cross so well, these two as well.
Yeah, using the full length and breadth of the court. Well, he has a lot of work to do. By far, Thailand's most successful men's singles player. And of course, that immediately makes me think of, well, a long time ago, Bunsak Ponsana was the big men's singles player from Thailand. And he's completely outdone Bunsak in terms of achievements.
1.
Bunsak's still playing quite a bit too, actually.
Oh, really? Seniors tournament? Or?
Yeah, he won the world. No, he retired from the final. Sorry, he would have won comfortably.
He was an absolute rock star in Thailand at the time.
Yeah. Well, Intanon has probably been the biggest badminton singles player.
For sure. Yeah.
He's still going.
And thankfully, for all of us neutrals, she said she's going to keep going. Oh, another great rally.
Vitidsarn is doing everything he can here.
Yeah.
And Popov is absorbing all of that pressure with his physicality, his court coverage. Hard work for Popov, but that's the mission today. You have to be prepared to just keep going. We saw one earlier where he just kept getting it back.
That's the term, keep going. You have to literally not drop your focus even for a microsecond against Kunlavut, or else things are going to get dicey.
Physically as well, that's so hard.
Kunlavut just searching and trying to find a way out of this defensive pattern.
Good defense himself.
Yeah. Good touch there from Vitidsarn.
They've reverted because all of these cross attacks and cross defenses is killing them physically. That's landed in.
Yeah, it went to a little bit of a clear pattern just in the second, but they then transitioned back into that flat attack.
Yeah,
so quickly.
They just needed a couple of shots to give the legs a breather. I know it sounds mad, but all of that lactic acid building up with these heavy jumps and lunges. Just a couple of shots to sort of let that settle and go again.
3-2 up. You can see him breathing heavily, Vitidsarn. He's being pushed, as Bobby said. This is a physical crunching affair. And I think it's being played at a pace which is slightly faster than Vitidsarn would like. And that's, of course, down to this man here.
Thinking about leaving that. That's a good shot. Effective shots against somebody like Vitidsarn. A sort of fast drop shot, maybe with a bit of slice.
Oh, these are wonderful shots from Popov. It's so close in the end. He was looking for the cross into the corner.
He's doing very little wrong, Popov. It's just his judgment is off by a couple of millimeters at times. He left that clear that landed in, and he just hit this one a touch too low.
Coach.
And you can see what it means to him after all that heavy work.
That's exactly it. All that work.
Undone by that, an inch or so. Has been left out. And once again, both of these players with 1 win. General rule, 2 wins will see you through to the semi-finals. And this morning's session 1 saw a lot of pairs and players getting 2 wins. Han and Tina, Ansa Young, Kani Yamaguchi, Chen and To, mixed doubles, Feng and Huang in mixed doubles, Kim and Xiao men's doubles, and Kota Naoki in men's singles, which was a bit of a surprise for some.
That's a cheap point, and that will be delightful for Popov. I know the scores early on in the second game, but this opening section of game 2 is taking its toll. It's lasting a long time, really long, hard rallies.
And it is, of course, a crucial phase for Vitidsarn.
And, well, Popov has worked so hard, and a couple of tiny little things haven't worked for him, really small margins. And the score was 3 points different, so 2 cheap points for Popov will be a big result.
Oh, wonderful.
Tried something flashy there, Vitidsarn. He's a physical specimen, you know, as well. I've not hyped up Vitidsarn enough. We've kind of been doing that over the last couple of years with all of his victories and World Championships. And the middle part of this year, we went on a crazy run and became world #1. You know, I felt like I've talked about Vitidsarn so much. But for a guy that doesn't look like a natural singles player, his physique, he looks heavy, doesn't he?
Yeah,
Let's
yeah,
be
he
honest.
looks a little bit heavy.
But his
What a shot from Vitidsarn.
Popov went too hard. That's the danger.
Service over.
That's the counter you're talking about.
Absolutely, 100%. Look, hard shot, hard shot, hard shot. Another hard shot. Vitidsarn counter. He didn't get drawn into that in the opening game.
Popov, on court.
So, 6-5, Vitidsarn with the slender lead. Early days in game 2.
7-5.
Very careful play, both players.
Net cord.
Unfortunate for Christo, tried to reset, did get his racket to it, but
Kunlavut. It's over.
so Vitidsarn with his first 3-point lead in game 2. In game 1, it was Popov that won the consecutive point run at 4, and he managed to limit Vitidsarn to 2. It's 3-all so far in this second game.
I'm hoping Popov's got the ability to sort of reset, and with the help of the coaching staff, you know, his dad, Thomas Senior, and just sort of remind himself what it was in the opener that won him that game. It's got to be hard work, but the long rallies, play the 4 corners.
That's exactly it. It's playing the corners that really gave him that boost in game 1.
This is better. This rally is a better example. Wonderful.
Came in for the interception. Fantastic.
Service over. 6-8.
Played that perfectly. Refused the temptation to hit hard in the mid-courts, kept the corners going until he got the attack he wanted. Patience from Popov.
One win apiece. One of these men is going to qualify with a win here.
Yeah, Again, Popov clever. Vitidsarn trying to draw him into that game he wants.
You just see Popov playing into all the other spaces. It's great. And the mistake comes.
7-8.
Kunlavut Vitidsarn had dental surgery last week. Not going to affect his playing, obviously, but almost overcommitted himself, Popov.
Oi, on the line.
Service over, 9-7.
It's going to be an interest. If Popov wins this one, he should guarantee himself a place through. He might not yet win the group, but it'll help.
Yeah.
And Vitidsarn's playing Antonsen on this court tomorrow night.
And Popov will be taking on Christie in the morning.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Ah, no, they're both on this court tomorrow evening.
Oh, right.
That'll be interesting. Long way to go yet in this one, though. Psychologically, I wonder if that comes into it with these players as well, because Vitidsarn's got a great win in the bag. If he loses this, he's still got a good chance of getting through the group by beating Antonsen. But, again, Vitidsarn-Antonsen is a match that I think will be in Antonsen's favour, surprisingly.
Yeah, and Antonsen, of course, will be very hungry for his first win.
I mean, I think Vitidsarn's won the last couple of meetings. One of them was the semi-final of the World Champs against Antonsen.
Service over, 8.
But before that, Antonsen had won 4 in a row over Vitidsarn.
Well, Vitidsarn just missing that net. And Popov has drawn within 1 point.
Good shot, caught the net.
Again, using the corner
Oi,
as well.
lovely.
Fantastic.
We haven't seen enough of that from Vitidsarn today.
Service over, 10-8.
He doesn't want to overuse it, but occasionally he'll hit that winner because he's baited Popov so much with a heavier smash followed up by the driving game. He wants to get into that, so
Creating that space up front, pushing Popov back. Well, on the brink of the second mid-game interval, and still very close.
it's a really great match in the second. I mean, the first was great too, but the second, Vitidsarn has
10-8.
evolved, adjusted slightly to how Popov played the first. And now it's a real even
matchup contest.
Yeah. Good shot.
Oh, wonderful from Popov.
Service over, 9-10.
He's been varying it up between front, mid, and back court, and using those corners. And the result of all of that is that Vitidsarn has had to move a lot. And sometimes picked off like that. 10 all.
Questions over Vitidsarn's length in the last 2 rallies. And that's the thing. You don't get a good length, and I'm talking in singles, it needs to be towards the back line, certainly in the tram lines, and probably halfway between the first and second tram line at the back.
Service over, 11-10, interval.
So 11-10, Vitidsarn with a clinical shot to take us into the break.
Много просто пред тебе, виж, задържаш пав, задържаш другия гол веднага. Особено тук около главата, перата са много набърза ръката ми. И като тръгнеш да играш просто ляво-дясно, много ме е бърза. По-да пред центъра мини или го префърли отзад. Чуете? Ай. Другото нещо, като направиш хубав стилив стани, много често поставите но много често ротурите му се отпред на филето, отзадна линия ти играе много. Ай, кой? И отзад важното е пасианс, разнообразна игра и пасианс.
Wish I spoke Bulgarian now.
Yeah. But certainly looked confident.
11-10. Play.
I think both players maximum effort in the opening half of game 2, and both of them will be pleased with the scoreline.
Yeah. And Popov will know he can, if he keeps this close, all the way to the end of game 2, he might just have a chance to hijack the second game, get this out in straight sets.
Goes into that forehand corner of Vitidsarn quite a lot, Popov. All of the lifts in the rally from Popov so far.
Oh, that was a little bit late.
Lovely.
From Vitidsarn at the back, and that's really let Popov in, and he finishes nicely into the corner again.
Good net, good setup, gets the lift.
11-12 on serve.
Don't think Popov's had the lead yet in this game.
No, he hasn't.
Service over. 13-11.
Tied it up at 5-all and 10-all. But yeah, hasn't had the lead yet. Closing in, you could say. Next 2 points are going to be extremely critical.
Good shot. Great play from Popov, but the defense from the tie is fabulous.
Caught up in that flat exchange at the nets.
Fist pump there from Popov. I think there's a bit of relief that he managed to stay on top of that mid-court battle. Yeah, that's those double skills coming back.
Great anticipation from Popov.
Short.
Finished off. 14-12, Vitidsarn.
14-12.
Brilliant racket skills from Vitidsarn. It's quite brave playing in such a tight net from the height he was at. He took that quite low, actually, Vitidsarn. Popov could have jumped that. But backing himself, backing his touch.
Oh, gets the bump off the net.
Getting some luck.
15-12.
This is hard mentally for Popov, who at the very beginning had a couple of little decisions to make about the length of the clear that landed just on the line, a net call that came back on his own attack, and at least 2 net calls from Vitidsarn so far in the game. That's 4 points that could have easily gone the other way.
And with a 3-point deficit, imagine
Service over.
how different the game would
13,
look. He's got the serve back,
15.
Christo. And now draws within 1 point.
14-15.
His placement has been great. Speed has been great. Movement around court, but service
Service
drop
over.
there.
16-14.
Oh, quality from Popov.
Down out the air.
Service over.
Brave again at the net.
15-16.
Fairly good length here, but Popov leapt so far back. Good defense. That's a great win, that point for Popov.
16-0.
Kunlavut pushed himself too far forward.
Yeah, he put everything into the attack. He had to, really.
Meanwhile, I can tell you the applause you're hearing is for Wang Zhiyi. He's caught one, so Kunlavut's teammate, Ratchanok Intanon, now eliminated with 2 losses, sadly. Wang Zhiyi through.
Service over. 17-16.
Good spin here from Vitidsarn. Catching the net cord as well. Lovely. Vitidsarn over the top.
Rescued well from Popov, keeps
Yeah.
the rally alive. Oh, and then he sends it wide.
18-16.
Did well to stay in that rally, as long as he did.
He's really finding those corners.
Service over.
That was lovely.
17-18. It's getting very tight in the second game. And Vitidsarn has got to be thinking that he's under a lot of pressure here. Popov can just seal this up at 18. As you said, Bobby, still a chance against Anderson tomorrow for Vitidsarn, even if he does lose this. But for Christo, he'll be through.
Defense, but the attack was all down the middle, straight out of Vitidsarn.
Oh, again, after all that hard work,
Service over.
It's a centimeter on the net, if
19,
that. That
17.
denies Christo.
He's got to stay confident here, Popov, because the things that aren't working for him are so small.
Compared to what is working for him, yeah.
Yeah, it's just some days you get a little bit lucky than others. I mean, that was, again, millimeters, centimeters at best. And it would have kept the rally going. He's not doing an awful lot wrong, is what I'm saying, Popov. He's just could do with a little bit of luck.
The view, that's Kunlavut's nickname, is back on court. Side of the court getting wiped down.
It's a good game from Vitidsarn. He's had those couple of net calls, hasn't he? And
couple of tumbles.
Challenge or two. It's good play.
Popov was just, as I said, playing at pace as well. And he just seems to be reading, seeing that shuttle so big at times. 18-19. This is the serve that could turn it all round. And once again, it would be his third tie-up of points. 5-all, 10-all. Make it 19-all. No, we can't. That is 2 game points for Kunlavut.
20, game point, 19.
Good return. Too central with the attack, though. Needs to find the side of the court there, Popov.
Oh, again, 21-18. Vitidsarn comes through in the second.
21-18. 1 game all.
Great game. Very little in it. Couple of net calls, couple of line calls here and there. I think Popov in the last couple of points got a little bit, played it a little bit too safe.
И като забиеш един път, не му играе ляво-дясно на смач, много бърза му ръката, вади всичко. И в тялото ми същия гол. Виж, ръката е много тънка, просто не да форсираш в тези моменти, дето е важно, в момент и концентрирай се. Връж го в ралито и той ще направи първи грешка. Чуете? И от време на време един дълъг сервиз да мога да го изкараш от мрежата. Много му върви мрежата, филето му върви много по-рамка. Трудно, много филета прави. Едно на филето ще виж от веднага назад, бутни го назад и пак стъпка напред. Сега, още почваме нов сет в момента, концентрирай се. Но е важното да не се наиграш само на плоски с него. Това може да го прехвърши, защото тръгна много бързо на почвите. Как си? Взимай си малко повече време само да го играеш.
Hãy chạy không? Nó biết là có gì à? ไม้เราไปทีนี้ก็
Cao Cư,
เขาตีแล้วเขาเดินแล้ววิวแบบเขาปึ้งแล้ววิวเสาลูกลอยขึ้นมาจิ้มต้องคอนโทรลตรงนี้ให้อยู่นะ
So game 3, decider. This once again for top spot in the group. Both players 1 win so far on day 1.
Final game. Level. Play. Service over.
Lovely hold.
Yeah.
1 love.
It's gone long.
Service over.
Once again, Popov starting this
1.
third game, the slightly better side. He's going to want to build up a buffer from that end before he finishes, because there will, of course, be a change of ends at 11 points on the other side.
Two, 1.
He certainly can't afford any cheap mistakes.
Yeah.
Service over.
Well, that was watched all the way by Vitidsarn. He was in exactly the right place, but mischarges it, and it's in.
Saw his reaction on his face there. Just caught the line.
So
3,
Popov
2.
with something that he never got in the second game, a lead early on.
Two high-quality players. I mean, we expect nothing less at the World Tour Finals, I guess, but the winning and losing points sometimes are so tight, aren't they? They're not disasters. They're not going out by miles or easy mistakes. There's a lot of line calls, net chords. It's a good level. It's been a good match. Don't play Vitidsarn in the mid-court. It's as if Popov's not listening to me.
Need to get him in the earpiece.
3.
But as you said, when you're right in the moment, in the zone, you're 3 games in, you've been playing for close to an hour. Sometimes that temptation is just too much.
Rally. Vitidsarn looking very confident.
And Popov a little bit rash there.
Yeah.
5, 3.
You can understand it because he didn't do much wrong in the second and lost it. I don't think he could have played much better. The final 2 or 3 points maybe we could question, but he was just a bit unlucky. He needs to remember that and just settle back to how he started this match.
Oh, it's the net.
Service over.
He's
Spend
due.
some time up
He's
there.
due 1 or 2 of those,
Yeah.
to be fair.
5.
There's that pace again in the point. That's a good switch of corners, and he gets a little tumble.
Superb rally.
5.
Both of them.
4.
Great attacking from Popov. The defending from Vitidsarn, always so impressive. And again, just like the second game, a little bit of luck here and there could change this match. And it almost came back.
I know. I was just about to say, you know, on that side view, that pickup from Vitidsarn was really not that far off. Well, it is intriguing and interestingly poised. 5-all in the third. Another sensational rally.
Oh, it is. It's really cat and mouse stuff.
Yeah. Can't take your eyes off it for a second.
Oi.
That's gone long.
6, 5.
Popov there played that previous replay, that net shot, without waiting for the shuttle to come out of its spin. He almost played the feathers. He didn't really, he felt like he didn't have a choice without losing the attack. It's brave.
Great pickup from Popov. Vitidsarn tries again.
Shot.
That's
Brilliant.
the shot that's been undoing Vitidsarn.
7, 5.
7-5.
Thank you.
Keeping quite safe still,
Yeah.
Popov, with the attack. He's not going anywhere near the lines with the smash.
A little bit careful, but waiting for the mistake, which he does get.
5.
And however he's managed to do it, he's crafted out a 3-point lead. Approaching the mid-game interval. Final one, of course. Oh, that's great.
Excellent.
I thought he was going to go the other way. It was open court on the left side, but instead, on the next shot.
He's used that shot so well, hasn't he? Coming into the
Yeah.
net with his racket above his hand, looking to drive, and then just holding. Delicate touch. It's not, there's not much Vitidsarn could have done there. If he'd have gambled and gone forwards, it's easy for Popov just to flick it over the top.
Well, that's what I was saying. I mean, there was so much space on the, as we see it, the left side, that Popov didn't have a lot of area to work with. And I think his completion rate on that shot, he's missed it a couple of times, but the rest of it, not only has he made the shot, but it's put Vitidsarn under a lot of pressure. How about that? Was not going to be denied. Full out attack from Popov.
5.
10-5.
Just got it ahead in the rally here. Had to keep attacking. Gets that slam dunk finish.
Well, that is a straight 6-point run.
Confident looking Popov now.
Yeah.
Oi, lovely.
Wonderful, wonderful Vitidsarn. So easily forget the racket skills that he has.
10.
And that once again is a testament to what Popov has done, is he's limited the amount of shots that Vitidsarn can play, but if Kunlavut does get the opportunities, you saw just then, he can make magic.
Ending a 7-point Popov run.
Yeah. Biggest run we've seen in the match.
7, 10.
And Popov at least has
Good serve.
a little bit of a buffer if he can secure an 11-7 score at the break. Well, there was a great turnout of fans at the Hangzhou Olympic Sports Center yesterday, obviously on day one. That's doubled today. It's actually reaching up to the rafters. I mean, you can't see it on your screen, but a lot of people in attendance today. That's It's only going to get bigger as we approach finals weekend.
Wild.
Oh, wild shot, loose. 11-7 is the score at the break. Popov still on course.
It's been good from Popov. Back to his first game tactics and also with a bit more confidence than he ended the second.
ว่าตรงไหนขึ้นตรงนั้นบีบเลยเพราะเขาจะบีบเราต้องบีบเรามันจะไม่เหมือนเดิมต้องบีบเขาก็ไม่ต้องขึ้นเดี๋ยวเขาเสียเองข้างเองหรือเปล่าถ้าคือแบบว่าตีแจกไปอ่ะแต้มเขานำเราเสียแต้มอยู่จำไว้เขาเสี่ยงได้เราต้องบีบให้เขาเล่นเห็นป่ะน้องว่าพร้อมโอเคสามไม้ตีต่อเนื่องนะ
So here we go. It has been tactical masterclass. It's been another exhilarating watch for the neutral. And sadly, it does have to come to an end. We do need a result, and we need to see how this group evolves. And this is the final phase of play. Highlight reel behind the back shot from Vitidsarn. Didn't work out. Well placed by Popov. He's 12-7 up now. Wow.
Oh, taking a risk, Popov.
Now he's settled back in again.
He's got to maintain a clever balance of risk.
Yeah, exactly.
Popov.
Can't overcommit, can't get too far into anything. Fantastic, spectacular, flair. All that stuff has to be tempered.
Again, the shot from Popov just played slightly into Vitidsarn's hands. Mid-court, wasn't wide enough. A little bit too firm.
And it came back at such an angle, all he could do was get out the way. 8-12. Important serve for Vitidsarn. Ideally, he's going to want to stop Popov in his tracks right here at 12 or 13.
Good length. Popov needs to keep that. Make sure Vitidsarn's taking those shots on the back foot like that.
Generally, the quality of Popov's lengths have been good. In fact, as I said, in relation to the rest of his shots as well, he's shown very little weakness. And as you said, has got over the mental struggle of playing very well in that second game, but yet not winning or having a lead in that second. That's gone wide. 14-8.
Vitidsarn is sort of doesn't have that perfect reaction timing, if you like, today. There's been a few he's hit out wide, and he's just sort of snapped at the shuttle, looking for a quick counter. When he gets them right, he's almost unplayable.
Well, he got a hold of that one well. Awkward position for Vitidsarn, but as usual, delivers the shot with a certain amount of venom in there as well. Well, this is looking alarmingly similar to the first game. 14-9 in the score. What a run from Popov so far this week. World Tour finals. Fantastic performance against Anderson yesterday. And he's really put the work in with Vitidsarn. Win or lose here. But right now, certainly tables turning in his favour.
It's a brutal schedule, isn't it? He's got to go again tomorrow against Jonathan Christie. And then if he gets through that, he's in...
Exactly, that's just the start.
The same quality of player, but those that are in even better form.
Oh, wonderful shot from Popov. Knew exactly what he was going to do. And there's a big smile on Popov Senior's face. This was class.
Yeah, good length with the lift. And Vitidsarn have been hitting heavy down that forehand side, down to Popov's left in the last few rallies. So I think Popov took a sort of measured gamble there.
Oh, wonderful play from Popov again. Just
That's
varied it up, right?
That's a big point.
16-9.
Vitidsarn's looking a bit rattled.
Yeah, shaken. And Popov is looking calm, cool, and composed, but yet still keeping that very high intensity, massive work ethic.
Yeah, he has. Both of those are high, and also his sort of calculated risks are pretty good today.
Well, let's not forget the accuracy. Oh, great.
Oh, terrific save. That's superb from Popov.
Oh, that's incredible.
What a rally that was.
He looked down and out twice in that rally. But the combination of defense and then lift to set it up. And how about that?
That attack from Vitidsarn beats most people, you know. He was up early, the lift was short, and he added a deceptive slice to it. Most people give up. Not Popov.
Yeah, I think that's a really important point to bring up with Popov. It is never say die right now. It's not give up. Against world number 3, world number 2 yesterday. Wow. Just playing incredible level.
Yes.
Wants to finish that off, and that's a beautiful shot.
18-9.
Technique goes out the window when you're in that position. That's 2 shots that you won't find in the manual. That backhand to just drag the shuttle back in court, and then that final net. Oh, wonderful.
Fantastic.
What about the confidence of Popov now? I mean, the score says it all, but taking this on, deceptive, and the touch, and the net cord.
Well, he apologized for it, but the way he approached that net shot and the way it tumbled, that's exactly what he was looking for. Well, 10 points. He's just streaked ahead.
19.
Now he's 9 points ahead. I said that this has not been through mistakes. Kunlavut has been put in a cage almost, his side of the court, by Popov. His very hard work rate. Again, picks it up well, Popov. He's faltered. That is 10 match points.
20, match point, 10.
After an hour and 12 minutes on court.
Good shot quality there from Popov, but I mean, what a performance after yesterday's thrilling performance.
With the knee, let's not forget the knee as well at the end. I mean, he's been perfect.
It's not affected him at all, has it?
No.
So I'm really glad to see that. But this has just been Popov's best week ever.
A bit of trickery from Kunlavut. That doesn't make a difference in the end. Well placed from Popov. And after all that exertion, he can finally let out a scream of relief.
Look at that, between the two, the smiles, the laughter. 2 great juniors playing in the same age group.
Yeah.
And it's just a magical performance from Popov today to back up yesterday's as well. I'm so thrilled for him. Kunlavut will be back. He didn't do a great deal wrong. And he's still got a good chance of getting through the group as well.
Well, Kunlavut, of course, now is back in the fray for He should finish in second spot, but well, a lot's going to depend on that match tomorrow, whereas Popov can now take a leisurely approach to his match with Jonathan Christie after notching up two important, well-structured, well-calculated wins, day one and day two. This is the final point. And again, it's great placement. Set up from the net.
Last 2 points were a little bit like an exhibition. Popov was so far ahead.
Look at that. Team Popov.
Job done.
Yeah, exactly. Job done and job well done. And there is confirmation of it. 21-11, 18-21, 21-10, an hour and 14 minutes. Christo Popov is through to the semi-finals. Coming up next is the mixed doubles. It's a must-win situation for Dechbona Supisara and Tom Kikel and Delphine Delroux. Don't go anywhere. Welcome back to our continuing live coverage of the World Tour Finals 2025. And this is the city, it's the host city for the event, Hangzhou at night. Stunning skyline, fantastic skyscrapers. After that 74-minute exhibition from Popov and